A closely guarded U.S. secret is revealed to the world. On May 3rd, the Obama administration declassified and released to the public a list of the number of nuclear weapons the U.S. had in its stockpile. As of September 2009, just over 5,000. That's down from a high in the 1960s of 31,000.
Which is something on the order of an 84% reduction. 4 weapons out of every 5 have been retired. That's an extraordinary step. I mean, this new data remakes the point, but it's been a point that's been true for quite a while.
Some say the U.S. revealed the number to foster another arms control treaty with Russia that will cover all nuclear weapons and not just deploy strategic nuclear weapons, and to show other nations like Iran that it's pursuing its non-proliferation goals.
180-something countries have in fact signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and have made it a legal obligation for the non-weapon states not to pursue nuclear weapons. For a country like Iran, which has signed the NPT and purports to be a member in good standing, it is legally obliged to refrain from developing nuclear weapons. That isn't hypocrisy, it's holding people to their legal obligations.
Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad spoke before the NPT review conference last week. The U.S. says he used the platform to blame the United States for the spread of nuclear weapons, prompting representatives from the U.S., Britain, and France to walk out.
There was a specific reference in that speech that we found outrageous, particularly outrageous, which was somehow the United States supports terrorism networks. It's false. He knows it's false. And at that point in the speech, our delegate walked out. There were others that were doing so at the same time. I think there was a significant contrast, standing there on the margins where there was a definite international statement as Ahmadinejad spoke and as he offended country after country after country. By the same token, when Secretary Clinton spoke, later in the day, as far as I could see, no one walked out in protest.
But officials say Ahmadinejad did little to share what Iran is doing to hold up its end of the NPT.
A missed opportunity. He spoke for 35 minutes, and not once did he indicate what Iran was prepared to do to answer the fundamental questions on its nuclear program. He made the speech about everybody else but Iran.
What he did say, some call a contradiction. Quote, the nuclear bomb is a fire against humanity rather than a weapon of defense. The possession of nuclear bombs is not a source of pride. Its possession is disgusting and shameful.
The Rahbar, which is the leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, he has given a fatwa that using nuclear weapons is prohibited. It's haram in Islam because it would affect so many. If you drop a nuclear weapons, you can't control who it's going to kill. So he's saying that Islamically, even if we had one, we couldn't use it.
Conference, State Department spokesperson P.J. Crowley said it has to be clear. He said it's not about one single nation. It's about strengthening the NPT and making sure there's an international commitment to it. But some say it has to go further than that.
We are living in a world now that nuclear weapons serve no purpose at all for nobody. And if the U.S. was serious about global peace, if the Russians were serious about global peace, they would disband the armies.